So the remit with what we've got here is a development that needed to reflect the old style of factory buildings. So basically what we're doing, it's part conversion, part new build, and we've evolved that to reflect the old roof styles and really just give it the whole typical factory style look. It's going to be quite a unique development because these are all sort of in a gated development, 2-bedroom townhouses, right within the centre of Newport Pagnell. So must have mews, all our houses are standard with, we'll be Habito board all the way through. We'll be using magnetic plaster on some of the walls to create the features. We're underfloor heating. We thought about the longevity of the externals, the maintenance, and we're using an ICF which will give you great insulation and acoustic factors. Having an ICF building, again, people look at it and go, well, yes, it's polystyrene on the inside, it's polystyrene on the outside. How do we fix anything to that? How do we do anything with that? Well, using something like Habito board gives us the flexibility to basically put that throughout the building, which means you can fix anything anywhere. Now, most ICF systems have a particular fixing centre span where you can put things on the walls, but that isn't necessarily where you want to put something on the wall. So having something that you can put anywhere on the wall is perfect. Using something like Gyproc Habito board gives a house is lived in. It gets knocked about. It needs to be mended and repaired and so forth. But if you've got something that, for instance, using the Habito board that you've put on the wall that has longevity, that doesn't dent and put holes in, that you can easily, fix up, that looks good, then that's a great step forward. And why would you not use that? And for me, that's what works. That's what we should use. That's what all houses, in my opinion, should really now start to be thinking about and looking at that longevity. If they see the Shiel brand, I want them to go, I want them to know that actually they've sat around somebody's dinner table at some point in time when they've said, yes, we've bought a Shiel house. That is where I want it to be. I want the Shiel brand to be the best it can be. And it is achievable. There are many products out there that we can keep looking at and evolving and moving forward with, which is going to give that ability to be able to deliver that. As a business owner, I'm looking to create a better USP. What sets me aside? Well, working with people like British Gypsum does that because it gives me credibility, because their philosophy is very, very much my philosophy, and the same with other products as well. So I think going down that route definitely works. If you were living in a house that ticked every box, would you be happy to pay extra? Now, the people I've spoken to, which is a whole cross-section of different people, and we're not talking of thousands and thousands of pounds, we're talking of maybe a couple of extra £1,000 ultimately, if they could move into that house and they had everything ticked, would they pay that extra? The answer is absolutely yes. And that's from the lower budget end of what I do to the top end of what I do. They're absolutely, categorically, yes, they would.